Let's review the parts of a report. This example is a left-bound report. The only difference between a left-bound business report and a multi-page business report is your left margin. You will notice this margin is larger. It is set at 1.5 because it is left-bound, which essentially means if you hole punched, if you did a 3-hole punch in this and you put it in a binder, you would still be able to see all of the text. In a multi-page report, the margin is set at 1 inch, and that's assuming that you're either going to staple it or not print it at all. The rest of this information applies to both multi-page and left-bound reports. Before you begin, make sure to set that your page spacing is at single spaced and that there is no spacing before or after your paragraphs. Next, check your margins. For a left bound, as I said, your left margin should be set at 1.5. The right margin is at 1, top and bottom. The top can be at 1 or it can be at 0.5 and the bottom can be at 0.5. In a multi-page report, they're all set at 1-inch margins. Make sure to know the type of business report you are doing before setting your margins. After which, let's review the elements that are in our report. So we have our title line. So this is a 2-line title. It is 5 enters down, so that means we have 4 blank spaces. This is all in caps. It's size 14, and it is bold. There is 1 blank line, and then you have your subtitle. This is in 12-point font, and from this point forward, everything is in 12-point font except as noted. So 12-point font, upper, lower, so sentence cased formatting, 1 blank line, then your name, 1 blank line, and then the date. 1 blank line, and then you begin the typing of your text. Of course, 1 blank line between each one of the paragraphs. As we move down, side headings for our report, all caps, bold, and they sit all by themselves. They're not contained within the paragraph. You can have paragraph headings that are contained within the paragraph, and they would be bold, upper and lower, so sentence case, and punctuation would be at the end, normally a colon. Next, let's move on to our second page, and we will know that it's our second page because we've included our page numbers in the top right corner. There is never a page number on your first page, so make sure your page numbering starts on your second page. We continue with the regular formatting here. This particular report contains a table. So this table title right here is the only one that's going to be 14 font size again. The second line is down to 12-point font again, and then there is a blank line before the table text begins. This is in bold. Once we get into our table, we follow the standard table formatting criteria. So once again, 14, all caps, 12, sentence case, blank line. Text should be bottom aligned, so make sure that all of the text for the table is bottom aligned. In order to bottom align your text, you highlight the text that you need. You go to the Layout tab under Table Tools and select the appropriate alignment option. So we're going with bottom aligned and centered because that is the appropriate format for each one of your braced column headings. Next, into the text. This column, your first column, nothing in here really should be bold at all. You have your headings that should be bold and your title that should be bold. Nothing else is bold. Everything is bottom aligned and left aligned if it is text. It is right aligned if it is numbers. When a table is contained with text, there should be a blank line before the table and there should be a blank line after the table. Text should not be touching the table.